Hi, my name's Jeff Hewitt, General Manager here at Brian Cullen Motors, and today we are talking about Cadillac Lyriq-V. So if you're in the market for a new, used, gas, electric, performance vehicle, come on down to Brian Cullen Motors, 386 Ontario Street in St. Catharines. Cadillac started their whole V series back in 2004. The CTS V was the first to launch. Heavily tested, they put a 400 horsepower V8 in a Cadillac sedan, tested it at Nürburgring, gave it the suspension that it needed, and made a performance division of Cadillac. And so since then, we've had a whole series of Cadillac V product, ATS, CT4 and CT5V, Black Wings. We even had the supercharged V8 Cadillac Escalade V, but here's the latest offering and the first all-electric V, the Cadillac Lyriq-V 2026, brand new. It is unbelievable. Now this is the premium trim. There's two trim levels. There's a base and a premium. This is the premium trim. We'll get into some of the differences between those two. Truly a spectacular vehicle. Now, you're probably wondering why we are in the Corvette Center amongst all of these Corvettes. Well, that's because this is a performance vehicle. Yes, it does 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds. All that horsepower running through two electric motors, one front and one rear, so it's an all-wheel drive, and it is unbelievable. You're gonna have to come and drive one to experience it because this is an electric vehicle like you've never experienced before. Let's take a look at some of the little differences that we have when it comes to the V trim versus the typical Lyriq. You know, if you're sharp-eyed, you'll notice some smart things up front here. Down here, we've got a bit of a lower valance, different splitter, and there's actually even a carbon fiber option that you can option onto this vehicle. But this certainly gives it that sport look. A little bit of black chrome trim. Everything makes it speak about performance. The vehicle does seem to crouch a little bit. I did get out a tape measure. It actually has the exact same ride height, but the way they've trimmed this out makes it look long, lean, and mean. We'll go around the side and we'll take a look at what I'm talking about here. Special to the V, okay, it's 615 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque, which is ridiculous, right? But we also have these incredible 22-inch wheels. And there's a significant amount of rubber on the road here, 275/40 R22. These are massive wheels. Specific to the V trim, massive Brembo brakes. These are in the black. They're also available in the red if you prefer to have a little bit of color up front here. On this particular car, because we styled it with the gray, two-tone roof, we thought the black calipers matched just nice and classy. You notice that, once again, being a V, they've gone to the black chrome trim down the bottom, and this is the accent that I was talking about. Black mirrors, the long black chrome trim, and then of course, here's the little giveaway. When people pull up beside you at the light, they see this little V back right back here, they know they're in for something special when the light turns green. This is an electric monster. Let's check out and see what's in the back. Okay, so around the back here, once again, we have some distinctly V trim down the bottom here. Even the hint of a little diffuser. There's some carbon fiber options available back here as well. So just some little hints, and of course, we have the V badge here to give away what the car really is. These nice, long, lean lines of Lyriq, say that one 5 times fast, they actually add some really nice features. So when you get into this rear hatch, you have a massive rear compartment, and this was without the seats folded down. So there's plenty of room for luggage here, multiple sets of golf clubs, whatever you're needing to do. It does have a privacy screen, and by the way, if you did have something really large you needed to put in, the remote access to fold the seats down is right here on the side. Power folding rear seats, great access, really low load-in height. So once again, you know my favorite, going to Costco, loading the vehicle up. This is an easy one to do. It's, well, geez, it's just above my knee. So great vehicle, great family vehicle, really. So convenient. And yes, 615 horsepower. So really interesting combination of the two. Really interesting lighting from the back here. You know, when you look at this and you see it light up, this is distinctly Lyriq. And this is one of the things that I think Cadillac has done really well. Whether it's a Lyriq or an Optic or a Vistic, they all have notably Cadillac signature, but I find that I can tell the lights really quick. I know what I'm dealing with, and this is just beautiful. The real premium touches though, they're inside. Let's go take a look inside. So here we are, we're inside the Lyriq-V Premium, and I do mean premium. So this is the premium trim. It's a big upgrade from the base trim. What you're seeing here is actual genuine nappa leather quilted seating. This is premium quality. The open pore wood grain, everything about this says premium, not to mention comfortable. This is a luxury sports sedan at a whole new level. So 615 horsepower, but look at the space. You know, my wife's favorite area, that's for her purse, is cantilevered sort of style center armrest. Once again, the rotary dial I like, for the controls, for the radio. This is how it should all be laid out. On the steering wheel here, of course, you have your standard Super Cruise controls. Super Cruise is included with the full subscription for 3 years. Cadillac does this right. For the display here, we got a beautiful 33-inch screen, your typical drive modes and everything, all controlled from these screens here. Unbelievably laid out, very, very intuitive is how I would put this vehicle. Seat adjustments on the door so you can see them, massaging seats, all the premium qualities, and of course this massive dual pane sunroof, letting the fresh air in, letting the light in. I don't know, it just doesn't get better than this. Let's get in the back, I'll show you what your passengers enjoy. So back here, once again, I've got the front seat adjusted for how I like to drive the car. You can see I've got tons of space. My HVAC controls are here, lots of room. Really convenient latch system for the child seat if you have kids. So this can be a family sports sedan. AKG surround sound system. The sound in this radio, you have to come down to the dealership and experience it. Unbelievable. You'll notice there's speakers in the doors, in the ceiling. They're everywhere to give you that full immersive sound. Tons of room, great 5-passenger vehicle. Can't say enough about Cadillac Lyriq-V. You know, this is the 615 horsepower grocery getter, okay? But what's really cool about electric vehicles in general, and I think this is something that Cadillac has done very well, is this sort of skateboard style setup with the chassis of the vehicle. If you notice, there's no big hump in the middle here. You've got all of this space, so even the person sitting in the middle has feet room and they're not having to sort of straddle that big drive shaft tunnel. So you've got all this space, and this is afforded to you because it is an electric vehicle platform. The wheels are pushed out to the corner. It's all battery underneath, and it's all space inside. It's amazing. So on the 2026 Lyriq-V, you get 459 kilometers estimated range when you're charging. Being a premium package, this has the 19.2 kilowatt charging system for the fast charge. Your charge port is right here, right in front of the driver's door. Power opens, plugs in, push the button, close it, and away you go. You know, I've been living the EV lifestyle for a little bit now, and you know, it's actually pretty easy. You get used to it. You get to feel secure that the range is the range. You actually get there, you get home, no problems. Love this vehicle. You have to come down and experience what this is all about. Brian Cullen Motors, 386 Ontario Street in St. Catharines. Make sure you like and subscribe. Click on the link below to get your special YouTube incentive. Come down and see us and say you saw us on YouTube.